Hey crafty people, welcome back to my channel, and in case you're new here, I'm Sarah, also known as Craft Nerd because I'm a nerd who loves to craft. I do paper crafting, card making, junk journaling, and mixed media art. Let's get crafting! Welcome back! It's time for another crafting PhD. If you're not familiar with that, is a project half done, and this is a project I created last year and never got around to finishing, so it never got posted. So what you're going to see first is the footage from last year where I created the waterfall journal. And funny enough, I was just watching a Rach and Bella video where she made something very similar to this. So now is going to be the footage from last year, and once we get through assembling this, we'll be back to 2024 where we will continue with the decorating. So I have been watching Gail Agostinelli's series where she's doing the sunflower waterfall journal, and I thought that is a brilliant idea, and I thought it would be a great way to use some of the 12 by 12 papers I have by Mintay, and this is from the Cozy Evenings pack, which came out last fall, so fall of 2022 I believe. So you may be able to find it, you may not, but it's an absolutely gorgeous paper pack, and I absolutely love the Mintay papers. And so this waterfall journal idea is a great way to use your gorgeous papers and let them do most of the work for you. So what we're gonna do, and I've got 5 pages from the pack, and I believe the pack had 6 designs and 2 of each, and then the 6th page is a page of cut aparts. So I'm not going to use that to create the waterfall journal, but I'll probably use it in embellishing this piece. And part of the reason why I had to get this paper pack is because it's got beagles in it, and I have a pair of beagles. So the first step for creating this project is we're going to cut down all of the pieces to 6 inches tall. So I'm going to pull out my paper trimmer and we're going to do that. So in addition to the papers from the Cozy Evening Mintay paper pack, I realized I have got printables from Shabbydabbydoodah, and it's the Autumn Blush set, and that it goes perfectly with the Cozy Evening paper pack. So I've added a couple of those in the mix as well. So the next step is to start our scoring and folding. So we're starting with this piece, and it's got that pattern on that side. And so for the first one, we're gonna come in and score at 9. So that's going to be the first side, or the first page. Then we are going to score at 8.5. So we're going to come in a 1/2 inch for each page. And I'm so sorry, I'm not even on screen art. There we go. We're going to score at 8.5 and fold it that way. And then that will tuck in there. And this is the Shabbydabbydoodah printable. And it's only 11 inches, so it's a little bit shorter. I'm just trying to decide. And so what I'm gonna do, instead of 1/2 inch, I'm going to come down another 1/4 inch, so it's going to sit between. So I'm scoring this one at 8 1/4. And then the next one is going to get scored at 8. And this will get scored at 7 1/2. And this one will get scored at 7. And this is another of the Shabbydabbydoodah papers. And you may notice I printed this one upside down, but I was like, it's acorns. I'm not too upset about that. This one we scored at what? We scored this one at 7. So this one should get scored at 7 3/4. And this one gets scored at 7 1/2. I think I want to score it this way. No, that one got scored at 6 1/2. Yes. Yes, 6 1/2. Sorry. And I had my numbers for pages off. Because I want, this one is my middle page. This one's getting scored at 6, which is our next score. No. This one, which is another one of the Shabbydabbydoodah printables, is supposed to get scored at 6 1/4. Should we score this well enough and fold it? Yeah, I've got an extra in there of this. We're gonna, all right, I'm actually gonna swap this one out for this one, which I don't have in there at all. This one got scored at 7. So we're gonna score this one at 7. So there we go. So we've got the nice little waterfall effect going on here. That's all of our pages. So scrapbook pages, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then 3 of the printables got added, tucked in. So you can see them sticking out a little bit over here. So the next step is to sew the pages together. All right, so I went and grabbed some wax thread. I've got my awl, and I'm just gonna do a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. So I'm gonna put a hole in the middle, which, all right, I'm gonna mark my middle because it's me and I can never find center. A pencil mark for center, which is right here. And then I'm gonna go an inch up, an inch down. That's where we're gonna put our holes. This is very, very thick. There's one hole. Now I'm gonna grab a needle. And do my thread 1, 2, 3 times the height of my book. Start inside, middle hole, go through, go up to the top. I know the binder's clip's supposed to make it easier and make everything go more smoothly and stay together, but I always have a heck of a time getting my needle through with the pages clipped together. I don't know why, I just do. So we're now gonna go all the way down to the bottom and go through. Then we're gonna go back up and try not to split our thread, and if I manage to not split my thread somewhere along the line, it'll be a small miracle since I managed to do it pretty much every time I sew something in. Hey, I think I managed not to split the thread. All right. And I know I didn't split the thread because when I pull, it's tightening like it's supposed to. So it's all nice and tight on the outside. Gonna just put a couple knots here on the inside. And there we go. Ooh. I think I need to burnish this down a little bit because she's popping open. And there is it all put together. So there's our center, the back side. And I think what I'm gonna do is pull out the paper pack has a page of these cut aparts, and I am gonna put one on the front, and I think I'm gonna put the beagle on the front and a big little dog in. All right, so I'm gonna grab my paper trimmer and cut that out. I think it just fits. I think I may need to trim a little bit off just to get it to fit better. I'm gonna be very careful not to take off the little puppy dog's paw. sliver off that way. And we're going to take a sliver off the other side, which means we're going to take just this teeny tiniest bit off of his tail. But that now will actually fit on there. I think I am going to grab... All right, we're going to just round the corners. I'm using the 1/4 inch side. And I am going to ink the edges on this. And I'm going to use Vintage Photo. All right, so I think I'm just going to attach this on the front like that. I'm going to use my art glitter glue. Okay, so now that we've assembled it, let's go through and start decorating. And what's really funny is I started looking through this before I started, was getting ready to film, and I had stuff tucked in to the pages, and I'm like, I don't even remember what I was thinking, but okay, let's go with it. So I'm thinking I was planning on using this little piece as a belly band across the page and these 2 little tags tucked in that pocket. But it's a little too long, so let's trim a little bit off of the piece. And I believe these are from a digital by Vectoria Designs. I'll have to go look up which digital it is. And I'm thinking what I may want to do, although that's going to add some bulk, and this thing's feeling a little bulky at this end already, so maybe my brain is kind of fried for some reason. What I was debating was whether I wanted to add brads there, and I don't think so, just because there's so much bulk already going on. I'm going to grab some scorched timber and ink my edges. And then I'm just going to add a little glue on the edges to create a little belly band. And I'm going to ink the edges on these 2 guys and let a dog in a sec. No. Okay, and I think I'm going to add some brads to this. And these are Tim Holtz Ideology Large Fasteners. I just got them in the mail as a gift with a purchase that I did. Like Simon Says Sam's did like a Halloween goodie bag giveaway, and I was pleasantly surprised as to what came in it, which included these guys. Let's grab my crocodile and put a hole in and add some brads. Those brad legs are really big. They did not work out as well as I thought. All right, so what I'm gonna do is kind of push the brad legs down a little wonky. And what I may do off camera is glue this to some stiffer paper to hide the legs better, and then cut it out again. Those are just gonna go there. For this page, I've got a pocket. So let's fold those edges over. Ink edges. I also figured I'd add some decoration up here. So we've got this little light bulb, and then I'll pull something out to go in the pocket. I think I've got some journaling cards that kind of go with the paper pad, because this is a mixture of digitals and like this is a paper pad by Mintay. All right, I've got another pocket over here, and I wanted to add a little bit more color to it, so I'm going to add a fussy cut on top. And here's a tip when gluing a pocket, which I'm sure I've said before, but it bears repeating. I'm going to stick my finger where I don't want the glue so that make sure I glue in the right spot. So that's going to go there. And then I've got this fussy cut because I was like, it just needs more color, I think. And actually, I think I'm going to grab orange cheesecloth and add that on as well. I'll just kind of add some glue to stick that down. I'm still fighting with my Fabri-Tac, so until I get that thing sorted so that it doesn't give me fits every time I use it, I'm just going to use my art glitter glue, which will work with fabric. It just takes a little longer to grab than when you use Fabri-Tac. And this is just going to get inked on the edges and stuck into the pocket. If I can find my little ink dauber that I just had. Oh, right here. Tucked into this pocket. And actually, I think I've got some birds. So let's cut out pumpkin and put pumpkin on there. This is peeled paint, Distress Oxide that I'm inking the edges with. Now I'm like, this word's too long. I need a shorter word. All right, moving right along. This page I decided, let's just decorate with some pumpkin. Let's make it more of a cluster and add pumpkin since I've got that. I think I may have a label that'll work. Apparently I need to reprint my Junk Journal Studio fall labels because there aren't very many of those left. Think about that. I feel like it still needs something over here for this to sit on. I think that'll do it. I just need to ink it a little bit. Use whatever green's on the brush, and I just dropped the dauber off onto the floor. All right, let's start gluing stuff down. Go, that page is done, and the really decorative pages I'm leaving alone for now. This I'm keeping for myself, so I may go back and do more to it later. Apparently don't have anything pulled out for this page. We'll come back to it. I do have stuff for this page. I was just going to decorate this one with some fuzzy cuts because I love me some beagles. I think what I may do is not glue the beagle all the way down so that I could use it as a tuck spot later. Also going to ink his edges because he's a little rough around the edges with a lighter brown. Just run some glue along the bottom, and then if I want to tuck something in here later, I can. I think this page I was going to use this as a pocket. And eventually I'll find something to stick in to that pocket. And I'm going to glue this on as a belly band. Yes, I was going to stick him on this page just to add a bit of decoration, although I do want to cut his antlers out the rest of the way. And I'm going to grab some antique linen just to knock back any white from me not doing a great job cutting out the antlers. All right, I think I'm going to make this tag into a side tuck, and I'm just going to add the bow at the top to cover up the fact that there's a spot for punching a hole. I'm going to ink the edges with some salvage patina. And I've got, that tag, which let's put something in there. I think that'll go. Use that. Use my easy beater because it makes life so much easier. Actually, let's ink our edges first. There we go. I think I just wanted to add a little bit more decorating on these pages, and this is our center. I really want to fit him in somewhere, but I find a place for him on this page spread. So let's go ahead and ink our edges on this guy. Got another pocket. Those in the pocket, and I think I'm just going to put this over here just to add a little bit more interest to the background. Another pocket, and again I wanted to add more color. You, of course, could use your scoreboard to score along the lines, but I don't feel like pulling it out, so I'm just doing the best to fold these straight. I'm bound and determined to find a home for that little guy. That's gonna get added there. Go there now. Oh, look, there, he's got a buddy over here. What on earth? Oh, that's right. Okay, so what I was thinking was to decorate over here by adding a pumpkin, a stalk, And a little birdie on the stalk. And then this guy was going to go over here. That's too much. Is that behind it to help him stand out, I think? And yeah, that and that. This is another one that's going to be a side tuck pocket on the page, and I need to find another one of the bows to go over that. But I'm rethinking that one. Let's do some more of the same fiber in that one. Ink our edges. There we go. I think that I like that better than this on this page. And actually, yes, but it needs to be cut out some more. All right, we're gonna ink gently just to get rid of any white left. Yay, I found him a home. Okay, this is gonna get gently inked. I'm also gonna just ink this guy up and put it on, I think maybe as a side tuck. Adjust the leaves once we put it on. So we'll start like that and that, and then adjust you guys. Come on over here. There we go. And I'm just adding antique linen to knock back the white. And this is cut aparts from Mintay, and they put them on, I think, the back of the cover piece, so it's fairly heavy. weight, so I'm okay that it's going to be a tuck spot with a lot of little pieces sticking out, but let's just glue that down there, kind of like so. And I think I'm probably off screen at this point. Let's shift that over. So we'll just stick that guy on like so. Put him on as a pocket. Another one that's going to be a pocket, or actually a belly band. Get tucked in. I think I was thinking pocket, and now that I'm thinking belly band, it's a little on the small side. We can stick it in one of the other pockets. Ooh, you know what? It can go in that pocket. I think I'm going to add that onto that page. And this little squirrel, I'm going back to the middle page. There we go. And adding him on the seat. Okay, so our last page, I think I am going to take this tag, fold over the edge, and turn it into a pocket, and add some pumpkins. So let's go ahead and grab our glue and glue the little tag flap down. And ink our edges. I'm using a vintage photo. And then we're gonna do owl and the pumpkin. And then the other two pumpkins as a little bit of decoration on there. Let's glue these guys together. All right, so that pocket's done, and I actually went ahead and finished cutting out the cut-aparts that came with the paper pack, so let's tuck a few in that pocket. All right, so I think it's done. Yay! I'm probably going to add more stuff eventually to it, but for now I am happy with it, and I am going to consider this Crafty P.H.D as now a finished project. So that's all for today. If you enjoyed this video, please do all the things that lets YouTube know you enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave me a comment down below. Thanks for joining me, and happy crafting.